Almost 1 year to the day, Brent naively bought a Datsun 1600 because he thought it was a cool Datsun. After the last year, Brent has learned a lot about cars and really loves JDM cars. And so I went out and I bought this, a 1974 260Z that's in rough shape. But we're gonna clean it up. And the best part is Brent has no idea that I bought it, and he has no idea that I took the money from our joint business account. So we're gonna surprise him, and hopefully he's not upset with me. All right, told Brent to head up to the shop about 15 minutes ago. He should be pulling in here in just a moment. I hear him.
Yeah, why are you filming?
I have a little surprise for you. Do you remember a certain vehicle that you bought a year ago? I did something. I didn't tell you about it. As a JDM fan, I figured that I would surprise you with our next video, and I actually bought this car.
Dude. How did you find that? I've never seen one of these ever.
So they made
I know the 240, the 280.
Yeah, so this was one in between. They only made it for like a year and a half. 2.4 liter is the 240, 2.8 liter is the 280. And they made this for like 1.5 years. This is a 2.6 liter. Nobody bought it because they either got the smaller engine or the bigger engine. But I saw this on Facebook Marketplace, contacted the guy, me and Mike drove out.
Did you know about it? You had to know.
Yeah, I knew about it.
Trying to hide this has been such a pain.
Hold on, you bought it or we bought it?
Good thing you don't check the bank account because there's some money missing.
Cool. What are we gonna do with it?
We're gonna clean it, see what we're working with, see if we can get it to run. That's where Mike will come in, see if it's worth saving or if it's, you know, maybe someone else will be able to save it, but I figured you might have some affinity for
this thing's sick.
It is freaking sick. Oh, look at the steering wheel.
Should we rebuild it?
Look at the steering wheel. So this is like,
what the?
like super low production, custom something or other steering wheel, wood grain. There's one on eBay right now for a ton of money.
That's so cool.
The company used to be Nardi that makes these steering wheels, but before this, it was called like Community or something like that. And I believe there's only 87 of these steering wheels that exist.
Do the wheel. See how nice it, like, how nice it's
that feels so, that's really cool.
Yeah. See if I bought a turd or a lemon, or if I bought something that maybe you can drive to a car show this spring. Let's get to it.
So taking a quick look over my new car, you can instantly see what condition it's in. It's covered in dirt and grime from sitting for the last 22 years. But hiding underneath all of that dirt is a beautiful blue color that we were super excited to bring out. So the story behind this specific car is that an import shop closed down, and the guy had a bunch of Datsuns in a barn and warehouse, and he had to get everything out in 2 days, and he sold everything. And RJ just so happened to get lucky enough to see one and get one for our video and also surprise me. Now for the question of the video, leave your answers in the comments below. Do you guys think this car in this condition is worth us restoring? A little bit later after we washed the car, we did try to get it running. Also leave a comment below if you think we got it to start. But how much do you think a project like this would even cost? And really quickly before we start the detail, we want to say thank you guys so much for 500,000 subscribers. RJ and I are still trying to comprehend how we got to this point, and we just want to say thank you guys for supporting us in every single video that we make. Because of you, we get to do something that we love every single day, and it really means the world to us. And we don't have any plans of stopping this anytime soon, so take a second real quick and subscribe to the channel, because we actually just came into possession of another barn find car that I know you guys are going to go crazy over, and you don't want to miss that in a few weeks when we post it. Now, starting on the exterior of this car, I'm so excited to announce that this video is sponsored by our friends over at Turtle Wax. They went ahead and sent us a bunch of different products to try out, and I'm going to let you guys know what we're using as the video goes on, and we want you to tell us how you think they performed, and if you guys are interested in any of their products, I'll have everything that we use and Turtle Wax's website in the description below. So for the wheels on the rims, we use the wheel cleaner and iron remover, and then on the tires, we use their Hyper Foam wheel cleaner. And after agitating them and spraying them off, I'll throw a before and after up, and you guys let us know how it did. Now, what do you guys say we rinse all this dirt away so we can see that color and let this car breathe again? You know what? While we're back here, let's take off this hideous bumper. Leave a comment below if you like or dislike these American bumpers. We're going to keep it in case we ever have to sell the car, but for now, we're going to take it off because we think it looks way better. Alright, so now what we're going to do is clean the engine bay. That way after we wash the car and prep it for polishing later, the engine is all clean for Mike to work on it and see if he can get it to turn over. Again, leave your comments below if you think this car is going to fire up or not. And after spraying the car off, we went ahead and covered it with iron decon, and this car was covered in iron, which you can see by all of the purple streaks that are coming out of it. That's just iron coming out of the paint. And we're using our clay mitts to further remove any micro contaminants that might be in the paint. So later on, when we go ahead and polish it, that paint is absolutely clean.
All right, guys, so there's this dent right here. It's up underneath the wheel well. So right now I'm removing the plastic liner. I think it's plastic, it might even be metal, but I'm removing it. And then we're gonna perform a segment that we like to call RJ's PDR. Ding. All right, this might be more problematic than previously anticipated. Oh no. Now it's really time for RJ's PDR.
You're not getting a jingle.
Dude, come on. You could just, maybe a better voice than mine. RJ's PDR. And
No.
Sparkles or a ding or something.
Nope.
Not the most satisfying PDR segment we've ever done. Well, thank you all for watching.
You didn't earn the jingle today.
Come on, dude, leave it in.
All right, guys. So we are going to check a few things on this Datsun before we try to crank it up. First thing we're gonna check is the oil. Then we're gonna check for some coolant to make sure that this actually has lubrication in it and we get fired up. It looks like probably the previous owner did change this just a little bit ago. He did some work on here. Down here is brand new distributor cap and rotor and the new plugs. It does look like these spark plugs are pretty old, so we're probably gonna pop those out and change those as well. But let's see if we have some coolant in here. I don't see anything. So we're gonna have to top that up first. Hopefully it doesn't just all leak out if it is leaking.
We're gonna go for the long pour. You guys ever seen baristas and their long pour?
You missed already.
Okay, let's see how these look. So, first of all, very rusty. But the spark plugs themselves actually look pretty good, pretty okay. There's some gunk on them, but we have the new ones, so we're just gonna change them anyway for the best chance of this thing to start. So I'm gonna pop all these out and get the new ones in.
Are these torque to spec?
Absolutely.
I don't hear the click.
This next, yeah, hold on. I'll set it on click.
All right. Okay. What tools are you using, dude?
Using some good old-fashioned Craftsman right here.
He's got Alibaba wrenches. Let's do maybe like a snap-on click. Like.
Hold on.
Oh, there it is, dude.
So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pop off this air cleaner. As you can see here, there's actually 2 carburetors on this motor. We're probably gonna need some starter fluid to be spritzed in here when we're trying to crank it over, for it to have this little bit of life. All right. Hey!
Oh, you got rear lights on.
Bam!
Okay.
All right, now for the true test. The horn.
All right, so we are at the stage where I think we're ready to try to crank it over. Some of the lights work, everything like that. We haven't tried to crank it yet. I got some starter fluid. I'm gonna hit the 2 carbs while RJ is playing around inside like a child. You guys ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3. Now, so that's the starter actually trying to go. When in doubt, throw money at the car. So we got a brand new starter. We actually stopped by AutoZone. They had one in stock somehow, some way. And we also picked up a new battery too. So I'm going to switch this out really quick and we're gonna give it another shot. Now that we have the new starter mounted, we're just gonna connect the electrical points on there, put the new battery in, and we'll give it another try. It's cranking.
Let's go.
Okay, let's try this. Go for it.
Now?
Yeah. Give it some gas while you do that. Gas, gas, gas. Uh-oh.
The gas pedal. Oh, wait, I got it.
You broke it. I see where it broke.
All right, so we went to AutoZone yesterday to get a new ignition coil. We should have probably tested the initial ignition coil because we're not getting a spark. So what I did is I went to handy dandy YouTube and I found a guy who is much more intelligent than I, who showed me that if I put a positive and then I put this negative around the spark to ground it, spark plug's plugged in, and if I tap the ground to the ground from the jump box, we'll actually see the spark. So, ignition coil is working, which is not ideal. We were hoping that the ignition coil was the broken part and we had just gotten another one that was broken. It's actually very frustrating. We want the car to start. I at least wanted to hear it make a car noise, but I don't know. Not a mechanic, just an idiot.
So as we start taking all these clutch plates out of the trunk, and yes, there are a ton of them, don't really know why. If any of you have any idea on how we could get this car started, and you even want to come to Northeast Ohio to help us film another video, we made an email for you to contact us. It's in the description below. Or if you're interested in this car, it is clearly out of our wheelhouse. So I've personally made the decision that if there is someone who loves it as much or more than I do, then we might consider some offers. But ideally, we would love to get this thing running and make another video for you guys. So if you have the knowledge and you can get this car to start, reach out to us. So while we're back here, we'll go ahead and pull out the steamer and some all-purpose cleaner and clean up this leather sidewall. And then after that, we'll clean the spare tire housing.
Oh my God. Oh. All right, so the bad news is this carpet is unfortunately shot. I mean, it's crunchy and cracked. There's unfortunately nothing we can do to save it, but the good news is since we removed it, the floor pans look great. Looks like they're not gonna have to be welded in. There's not that much rust. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to take these but at least the car itself is in good shape, so it won't be too expensive or too hard to get new carpeting.
Okay, so when I clean leather or vinyl seats, I have a pretty particular order and procedure I like to do things in, especially when they're this gross, covered in mold or dirt. So what I'll do first is spray APC on them, and then I'll use the steamer to loosen up all that dirt and get it out of the pores as much as possible. I'll wipe it away, and then I'll spray APC again. And using a stiffer bristle brush, I'll go ahead and agitate that, and I'll wipe it away. And as you guys can see, it makes a huge difference. That's personally my method of doing it, but if you guys have a different method, leave it down below. So we noticed the ignition was a bit rusty and worn out, so we grabbed some steel wool and metal polish and check out the transformation on this thing. And here's another cool piece. We got 2 shift knobs with the car. We have this one that has some vinyl on it and a cool Datsun logo on top. And then they gave us another one that was made out of wood that didn't quite fit on, but could probably be fixed to fit on. And it had the shifting pattern on top. Comment down below which one you think's cooler. Now our friends at Turtle Wax also sent us their new graphene acrylic trim restorer, and we knew it would be perfect for this faded trim on the back of the car. I don't really need to talk about it because the product just speaks for itself, but I think moving forward we're going to implement this into a lot more of our details because it really impressed us. We also got a chance to try out their one and done polishing compound and finish. And I'm just going to let you guys decide how good it worked in the comments below. And to finish up the car, we went ahead and cleaned up the windshield and then protected the paint with Turtle Wax's ceramic spray coating, which gives it both protection and shine. And this car is good to go. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and you subscribe to the channel because we have a couple videos already lined up for you guys in the next few weeks that are absolutely insane.
Well, I don't know if any of you guys can give us any tips on how to get this running, because if we can't actually get the motor to turn over and run, we're just gonna have to sell it and let somebody who is more knowledgeable on these than us fix it and get it back on the road, because it has good bones and it deserves another chance at life. So if you guys would like to email us with any information that could help us, email us at
wddatsun@gmail.com. It's in the description below. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. And with that being said, we have a big video coming next week and the one after, so make sure you subscribe and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.